5 years from now, a version of you will exist. Not a fantasy version, not the version from a vision board. A real, actual, living version of you with a specific life, specific habits, specific relationships, work, health, and sense of self. That version is not waiting to be created. It is being created right now by the decisions you are making today. Not the big decisions, the small ones. What you did with the first hour of this morning, what you chose to engage with, and what you let pass. What you told yourself about who you are and what you are capable of. These decisions feel insignificant in the moment. They are not. They are the material the future is made from. And most people do not realize this until the future has already arrived, until they look around and wonder how they got here. Not here in a dramatic sense, here in the quiet sense. The accumulated result of 1,000 small days that did not feel like they were adding up to anything, but they were. They always are. Here is what makes this worth understanding now rather than later. The relationship between your present behavior and your future self is not linear. It is exponential. Small differences in daily direction, maintained over 5 years, do not produce small differences in outcome. They produce enormous ones. A person who reads 20 pages a day for 5 years has read roughly 36,000 pages. That is more than 120 books. That knowledge compounds. It connects. It changes how the person thinks, speaks, decides, and sees the world. A person who exercises consistently for 5 years does not just look different. Their relationship with their body, their energy, their discipline, their self-concept, all of it is different. A person who works deliberately on one skill for 5 years does not just improve at that skill. They become someone for whom that domain is part of their identity. The math of small daily actions is not arithmetic. It is geometric, and most people underestimate it in both directions. They underestimate what consistent small actions can build over 5 years, and they underestimate what consistently avoided small actions can cost over the same period. The person who never quite starts, the person who always almost begins, the person who keeps the important thing at arm's length because the timing is not right, the conditions are not perfect, the version of themselves that would do that thing is still being prepared. 5 years pass for that person too, and they arrive somewhere, just not where they imagined. Not because they lacked the ability, because the days did not align with the direction. This is not about guilt. This is not about looking at the past 5 years and feeling the weight of what was not done. It is about the next 5, which begin today, which are in fact already underway. The question is not whether you are building the future version of yourself. You are. The question is whether you are building deliberately or by default. Deliberately means the small decisions of today are loosely but genuinely aligned with the person you want to become. By default means the small decisions of today are being made by whatever is most convenient, most comfortable, most immediately available. Both build something. Only one builds what you actually want. So what does building deliberately actually look like? Not a perfect system, not an optimized schedule, something simpler and more durable than that. Step 1, make the 5-year version specific. Not successful, not happy, not living my best life, specific. What does that person do in the morning? What kind of work are they doing? And how do they feel about it? What do their closest relationships look like? What do they know that you do not know yet? What have they built that does not exist today? Specificity is not about prediction. It is about direction. A vague future self produces vague daily decisions. A specific future self gives the small decisions of today something to align with. When the question is, should I do this or that? The specific future self provides a reference point. What would that person do here? Not as a performance, as a genuine navigational tool. Step 2, find the one daily action that compounds most, not 10 habits. 1, the one behavior done consistently that has the most downstream effect on everything else. For some people, it is sleep. When sleep is protected, everything else, focus, discipline, mood, decision-making, improves. For others, it is movement. For others, it is the first hour of the morning spent on the work that matters most before anything else enters the picture. For others, it is a daily practice of learning in the specific domain they want to grow. Only you know which one has the most leverage in your particular life, but there is always one, and the temptation is always to add more rather than find the one that matters most. Resist that temptation. One behavior done consistently for 5 years is worth more than 10 behaviors done sporadically for a month. Depth compounds. Breadth usually does not. Step 3, make the connection visible between today and 5 years from now. This is the practice that most planning frameworks skip entirely. Not quarterly reviews, not annual goal setting, a daily moment, brief, even 30 seconds, where you connect what you are about to do with who you are becoming. Before you begin the work, ask, how does this connect to the 5-year version? Before you make a decision, ask, is this a vote for the person I am building or against them? Not as a heavy moral question, as a light navigational one. The goal is not perfection, the goal is awareness. Because awareness, maintained consistently, gradually shifts the default. The unconscious choices begin to align with the conscious direction, not all at once, gradually. The way a river gradually reshapes the landscape it runs through. Not by force, by consistent movement in one direction. Step 4, protect the direction more than the pace. This is what breaks most people's long-term building. They confuse pace with progress. They have a slow month and conclude they are failing. They miss a week and decide the effort is not working. They compare their month 3 to someone else's year 3 and feel behind. But pace varies. Direction does not have to. A slow month in the right direction is infinitely more valuable than a fast month in the wrong one. The question to ask when momentum drops is never, should I quit? It is, am I still pointed the right way? If yes, continue, even slowly, even imperfectly, even in the months where nothing visible is happening, because the roots grow underground before anything appears above the surface. And the temptation to quit is always strongest in the period just before something becomes visible. 5 years from now, you will look back at this period, at these days, at the small decisions being made right now, and you will see clearly what they were building. Whether they were pointed toward the person you wanted to become, whether the actions aligned with the direction, whether the days added up the way you wanted them to. That clarity is not available yet. It will only come from the distance of time. But the building is happening now, with or without that clarity, with or without the feeling of progress, with or without the certainty that it is working. The version of you that exists 5 years from now is being assembled from the material of ordinary days. Days like today, the material is available, the direction is yours to choose, and the building has already begun. Make it deliberate, make it yours, and I am rooting for the version of you that is on its way, even from afar.